Champagne Dreams Productions branch office, looking a little different. This is definitely a glamour choice. Let me zoom you in a little bit. It's very creepy crossy right now, but we are gonna make something happen. So, hello, welcome. Smudge that a little bit. I am super excited. I'm sorry, I think it's gonna buffer again at the beginning here, as it always does. It always works itself out. But hello, welcome. I can never get this camera in the right place anymore. I don't know what's going on. How's everybody doing? How's your Friday? I have a show tonight. I'm going to be at the Empire Theater here in Grand Forks, and we are doing Uncle Louie's Big Sad Funeral, and I am in the process of transforming myself into the Contessa Ilaria Sagittario. I am Louis Lucino's first love, and we met many years ago under the lemon trees. And I am going to be trying to get my hands on. Left me brokenhearted on the island of Sicily, and I'm here to get his money now that he has passed away. And I've brought along his actual firstborn son. Little surprise for you. I should probably warn you, if you are from Grand Forks and you're watching this and you haven't come to the show yet and you're coming to the show, I'm sorry, there's going to be spoilers. That's probably the least of all of them, but yeah, there's going to be some spoilers, so just know that if you are watching this. Hello, CJ, how's it going? And let me make sure that I checked to get everybody. All right, and I'm hoping that buffering will take care of itself soon. But yeah, so we're here. So you can see I have painted a few age lines onto my face. So as I've been putting together my base, I have, for primer, because I'm supposed to be a woman of a certain, I decided not to do any sort of pore filling primers, anything like that. I'm just using the REM Beauty. This is like a serum, illuminating primer, skincare kind of thing. And so I decided to use this. This, can I tell the shade, is in the shade Quartz. And then we did the L'Oreal foundation. I was like, I don't want a finish that's too glamorous. She is sort of a woman of, you know, she's a Contessa, so she married into money. Hello, Alex. How's it going? Happy Friday. Hello, Hank Bolding, you subscribed. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. I'm getting ready for a fundraiser show for tonight, and we're going to talk more about the show. And so I'm just kind of talking about what's on my face. I've put on, then for foundation. Hello, Harley Rider, the Shillong Harley Rider. Well, hello. What the fuck we are doing is we are getting ready for a show. Hello, hello. Hello. I don't have my glasses on, and the phone is so far away, so I'm so sorry if I mess this up. A disguise, welcome. I'm so sorry if I'll call you Addie. Hello, Sandra, how are you doing? So yes, we're wearing the L'Oreal foundation. Then for concealers, I did a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape, but I didn't want to do the full like influencer kind of thing under, why am I gay? Well, because I was just too fabulous for heterosexuality. I was leaps and bounds above fabulousness-wise to do heterosexuality. Hello. So yes, we have a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape, and then I did emphasize under the eyes with, this is a Natasha Denona concealer that my friend Dion sent to me. Y10. It's got a little bit of a yellowy color, and so I decided to go to kind of emphasize, and then we went in. I've got a little bit of the eye primer under here. I'm going to fix that in a little bit, but yeah, too much. There are only two genders. Okay, whatever you believe, that's fine. Let's get rid of you, because you're trash and your ideas are trash, so you have to go. Hide on this channel. Goodbye. Bye. So yeah, you can go. Yeah, so it's too much. And so we did a little bit of this to kind of add a little bit of yellow. And then I brought a brown pencil. I used a brown pencil to create these, like wherever you have lines naturally, like your nasal labial folds and like your mouth lines, and up here I kind of, this is a face I make at work all the time, so I just did that and then filled them in, and I'm going to add some more lines. I want to get before I do too much more with lines, I was like, let's get the eyeshadow done. So yeah, so hello. Why am I yellow? So the foundation does have a little bit of like a yellowy undertone. I'm not yellow. That may be your display. There's definitely a little bit of that concealer has a little bit of a yellow undertone, and and we wanted to kind of emphasize. So that with the brown pencil was to emphasize the under eye area. But there is, I just keep seeing this eye primer underneath over here, and it's going to bother me. So my dress is green. I have opted away from funeral blacks and have decided to do, I do have a black veil, but I do not have a black dress. I have a green, an emerald green dress, and black lace gloves, and a black veil, and a little green face veil with a little rhinestone piece in the hair. Yes, I'm getting ready for a fundraiser show. So it's Uncle Louie's big sad funeral. And yeah, so I am the Contessa Ilario Sagittario from Italy. And let me try to grab a palette here. Where is, I think I'm going to go with Nomad Cosmetics tonight because I want green, and I know I've got a palette that's going to give me the greens that I want. Yeah, so let me see if I can find my Wild Atlantic Way palette. Yes, so let's do this. Yes, so here we have Nomad Cosmetics, because I think this will give me the like green. Yes, this is beautiful greens, beautiful greens. Okay, so we are going to do that. And then these can go here. Yes, so my Italian voice is inspired by my friend from work, Chiara, who is from Italy. And I am using her as my model. And if she ever sees this, I am so sorry, because I am sure that I am murdering your beautiful accent. Every once in a while it gets a little beautiful, like hurga durga, like I'm the Swedish chef. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but we're trying our best. And so I need like, so the Countess, the whole kind of backstory with the Countess is that she was Louis's first love, and she got pregnant. We'll get to that. So I bring his firstborn son. Oh, it's gonna happen now. Okay. Yeah, if you could pop up so that I can send you away. Okay, let me, oh God. My phone has been blowing up. So we talked about in like my previous live, this whole like shit show that's going on with Dakota Outright, which is the group that I work with for the shows in Bismarck, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And so so my phone blows up all the time, and I forgot to turn off the sound, so we'll do that. But yeah, so Ilaria fell in love with Louis many years ago in Sicily, and she had his child, is what she's claiming, and for all intents and purposes, it is his child. Hello, Mama Champagne. Was hoping, yep, I decided to do that. People are saying hello to Mama Champagne. Yes, so Ilaria has come back with his firstborn son to collect the inheritance, and met with him the day before he died, and there may be some surprises in the will. So we're going to have the will reading. Hello, what's up? Changed my username a bunch since last time. Hello, Gabby the Chicken. Well, welcome back. Yeah, so Ilaria is here to get the money. She wants the money, and that's what she's looking for. And so yeah, we're going to go into this. So I want, like, I've got an emerald, like the dress is like this color or this color, like somewhere in there. Why don't I have eyebrows? Because I shaved them off and I have not painted the new ones on yet. Yeah, just put some mushrooms on the grill. That sounds good. So I don't think I want anything too flashy. I mean, it's going to be a draggy version, but I don't want like full drag glam. So I think we're going to try to keep the shape, famous last words, we're going to try to keep it a little smaller, and I'm going to keep the overall outline. Hello, Katya. I didn't say hello. I answered your question, but I did not say hello. Hello to you, Katya. I'm going to try to keep the overall line a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit rounder, because I want to draw some age lines, some crow's feet. That's one of the benefits of being a plus size person, is that any lines that I would have around my eyes at my tender age of 48 years old are all currently filled with Taco Bell. So let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and just start. So I have to, because I always go into, it becomes like muscle memory, and I start to just paint the same drag eyes all the time. And so I'm trying not to do that. So this is the shade Emerald Isle from this Nomad palette. I'm going to kind of, we want it to be big, but not as big as my usual. And this is probably the second darkest color we're going to use. So we're going to fill in some lighter colors on the lid. And then we'll probably use one darker shade on the outside. But we're going to draw the kind of shape. And I want, rather than going up and doing the full arch, I'm going to do like an arched villain brow. But I think I want the eye shape to be a little bit smaller, a little bit rounder. But still very visible, still very drag light kind of thing. But so we are going through and creating. I thought about doing like a really trying to do a really swooped 60s wings, because usually when I try to do wings they end up with a swoop whether I want them to or not. And so I thought, well, for 60s I could do like the swooped wing, but because I want to do the lines, I don't think I want to do a hard liner. I think that it'll get muddy over there, and it'll take away from any kind of like wrinkly type effects that I was trying to do. And these age lines that I've put on are literally just, this is a Glamlite brown pencil, and I just draw it into those lines and I smudge it out with a finger. If I were doing like real like stage makeup, I would probably use like an eyeliner pencil, because they're a little bit stiffer usually. And then I would put them, and then usually you would put a little bit of white right next to it to create that highlight. I think you put the white above. It's been a few years since I took the class, but is that just one color? Yeah, so far this is just one color. This is Emerald Isle. And just kind of, I mean, we know that like my eye shapes are never twins. We're lucky if they're sisters. On a good day, they're cousins. And most of the time, they're just two bitches who went to the same school and don't like each other. So either do it above and some underneath, depending on the intensity. Hello, Annaboo. And so, yeah, well, we're only on the first color. Everybody just calm down. We're gonna get there, because it's always a trust the process. There's a lot of blending and switching shades, and then we will get to the sort of final. I'm just kind of sketching out the shape right now. Hello, Annaboo, nice to see you again. Yes, it is definitely a process, although it's gonna be a process that I'm gonna have to hurry up, because I'm always behind. It's not bad. It's only like 5 o'clock. I don't know why I'm worried, but whenever it's a show day, especially when it's like the opening night show day, I mean, we only have 2 nights, so we have opening night and closing night, and that's it. But I just like, I start to get nervous, and so then, and also when I'm talking, then I take a little bit longer. And so I'm just, yeah, I want kind of this rounded. Those look roughly the same shape. This one is bigger, so maybe we need to take that one. The trouble is that because my eyes are so, like, I've got hooded eyes, they're deep set, and so I'm just trying to, like, I'm always like this, but then I don't always paint. Then when I relax, it doesn't always look the same. Yeah, the nerves and excitement. Yeah, I do love this color, Annabelle. I love this green. And this green is a little darker than my dress, but I think it's all gonna, like, match really, really nicely. Hello, Janet. Hello, hello. Let's see. Okay, let's go a little bit above, and I'm trying even like a different kind of brush than I would normally use for this, because I want it to have this like softness around the edges. Okay, that's probably as close as we're gonna get for now. Let's add some other colors, and then but that's roughly the shape we're looking for. My dress is green, so my dress is a green. I'm going to the funeral, but I have decided for a green dress. And so there is Emerald Isle. That's the shade we've been using. I'm going to go in with the Wild Rover, and then I'm going to start building in some more color. Yeah, so my dress is green, and it's very ruffly. It's very ruffly, yeah. I confused myself, because then I thought I said, did you just say roughly? And it's like, well, ruffly and roughly are kind of, they sound the same. I should be screened for something. So I'm going to start putting this in here and kind of lightening up the green so that that darker green becomes kind of the, like, the border shade. Hello. Get the green off. Green is my favorite color. What are you talking about? Green is fabulous. I love green. That's why I picked that dress. I was like, it's another excuse to make a beautiful, beautiful green eye look. I love a green eye look. Grown man, by the way. Oh dear. Okay, so you have to go because the people there, it's so tiring and it's so stupid, and they think that they've like done something when they come in and they're like, man, and it's like, do you not realize what's happening here? Like, are you not understanding the situation? Like, do you think that I'm not aware of the sex that I was assigned at birth? Do you think that that has somehow escaped my attention? It's really not the move. It's not the like brainchild that you think it is, but stop fluffing about get the green off. That's not going to happen. Green is staying forever. And be sure to wear it. Yes. So that's a story I've told on live before, but the first time I wore it, I took it to a show to kind of road test it, and I couldn't figure out why it fit so weird, and it's because I had put it on backwards. And so now that I'm wearing it the right way around, it looks much prettier. I was a little worried because I accidentally bought the dress twice. That's a whole other story. And so now that I wear it the right way around, I am very glad. And I think I figured out what I want to do with the other dress, because I have two of them, is I've seen this place where you can order like a headdress, like kind of like a Vegas headdress where it's got the helmety cap, and then instead of like feathery whatever, it's got a big like rose on the top. And then you can also sometimes even get like little cuff bracelets that have roses on them for your hands. And with that green ruffly dress, I was like, I'm gonna decorate it to look like leaves and create this whole like flower kind of look, I think is what I'm gonna do with the extra version of this dress. So let's see here. So we're starting to blend these together. This looks very different to me. Also, this one is blending together so nicely, and this one I feel like, I don't know if the lighting is weird, but every time I look at it, I feel like they're not even. But then I look up here and it looks mostly even. So there's that. And we'll just kind of go all the way over with that. And then let's just get into a shimmer. Let's do, oh, this is an Irish, a beautiful, beautiful shimmer. Oh, I was like, oh, the comments stopped coming. True, fair enough. Yes, thank you. Am I the Green Hornet? I could be. I could get a little mask. Oh, is this the backward? This is the backwards dress is coming out tonight. Looks even to me. Thank you, 38 Fun. Trap God, thank you. Hello. Tonight I seem to have, I think because I'm like, I have this habit of like responding and reading comments and not like actually saying who the person is. So if I don't say hello to you, just know that I am a frazzled nightmare today, and that's why. I normally greet everybody as they come in. So, oh, and I forgot to explain what I was explaining. So this one, it's DIADHUIT, which I'm sure there's some phonetic pronunciation that I would never guess in a million years, because the Irish language does weird things with consonants, and so I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna attempt to try. I have too much respect for my Irish friends to try to even figure that out, but we're going to put this beautiful shimmer onto the lid. I'm loving all this green. Hello. Looks even to me, even if you're blind. Well, thank you. Let's see. Oh, green. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And really, green is thematically right because she's there for the money. Like, she's claiming that Louis is her first love, and he was, but he broke her heart. So she is now here to collect the cashola. And so my son Luciano is played by Matt Turnus, who is a stand-up comedian and someone in the Grand Forks area that has been getting involved with more theater. And so, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Carlos, we can get rid of you. You seem like an unpleasant person. Let's get rid of you. Let's see. There we go. Fresh haircut. Yes. I did get my haircut refreshed, and now, like, the sides of my head are covered in makeup, and I've gelled everything back. But I did finally get my haircut so that I wasn't looking quite so unhinged. All right. And this, like I said, this look doesn't have to be super elaborate because I'm going to be, I'm portraying a character who is not a huge drag queen. And so it can be a little bit more subdued. I still want it to be draggy. I still absolutely am going to be going, in a full beat, a full glam beat. But we're also going to add some dramatic touches. I moved on to a whole other shade. This is Slancha. I do know how to say that, I believe. Slancha, which is like a toast. Oh, I just put that over everything. I'm so scattered right now. I just am like, I'm not feeling prepared for this. I don't have a ton of lines, and my lines are not like complex, but this week has just been such a like absolute mindfuck that I just am like all over the place. The whole situation with Dakota Outright, they finally put out a statement, and I do understand that they were like kind of waiting because they wanted to have a meeting with me, and there were two different people that were involved in the discussion for the meeting. One of them I think had really good intentions. One of them I think did not. And because of the one that did not, I decided not to meet with them. And so the one with good intentions explained that they hadn't said anything publicly because she wanted to have a chance to apologize to me personally. And that because the whole situation kicked off because of a dumb message, that they wanted to have the chance to, they didn't want to repeat that by then also, sending an apology as a message or whatever. And so I understand that. I can sympathize with that. But, howsoever, that does not change the fact that we still need to have a conversation at some point. So they did put something else out because, I mean, it just, like, it was very strange because as somebody who was in it, like, as the injured party, as it were, in this scenario, I was very surprised that they, like, let me run the whole narrative. Like, I was the only one talking for 2 full days before they finally put any kind of response out. And so it was, by that time, I think a lot of, support had kind of eroded. I think that there were, and so I also then found myself like kind of jumping in to be like, hey, we can provide criticism while still being like civil and kind, and because some of it started to get real dark. And I'm just kind of going among shades. I've added in this blue shade, Keem Strand Day. God bless. Well, thank you, 3D Master. Master. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very sweet. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. I think that once we get some brows on, I'm going to be behind a veil for most of it, and I have a face veil, like a little loose netting kind of veil thing. I need to get some mascara on. Let me bring some of this blue down. We're going to get some blush, and then we're going to add some more age to this face. And I'm excited because I was like, I think I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter. Hello, Ellie Mae. Welcome from the UK. And but I don't have to go, like, again, it's not a full drag beat. So like, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this new About Face Pirouette highlighter, but I'm not going to go super heavy with it. I'm just super excited. Love my haircut. Thank you. I got the haircut, and then it is kind of like super gelled back. So normally it's a little bit looser than this, but yeah, it's looking very edgy, and I like it. I like it. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of blue on the bottom. Let's just do a couple of greens. I've just been like messy brushing, like just going from color to color. And so this look is going to be very, but it can be a little bit sinister. That's all right. Although I'm also starting to notice that I have a fair amount of fallout, but because I'm rushing, that's going to happen. I'm going to do some more work under the eyes as well to kind of deepen up that bag a little bit. So when we wipe away some of the, let's do a little bit of that green shimmer down here as well. All right, there we go. Simple, simple. Hello, Stains. How are you doing? Am I a wrestler? I am not a wrestler. I'm a big old drag queen, and I'm going to a show tonight. Yes, we're going to go to a show. I'm very excited. I've been trying so many mascaras, and anybody who's been here to the last few lives where I've done makeup, you know that every time when I get to the mascara step, I'm mad, and I just was like, you know what? Stop doing this to yourself. I just went and got some Essence Lash Princess, $5 at Ulta. That's all we needed. I'm having suicidal thoughts. I've been in depression for the past year. Please pray for me that the Lord blesses me. I am from India. I'm sorry to hear that, and I do hope that you get the help and support that you need. I definitely have struggled with mental health issues myself, so I understand, and I hope that you get the support and help that you need. And yeah, it's definitely, it's a difficult thing, and it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But yeah, I hope that everything, almost ready for wine. I love that. Yeah, this is just, it just goes on. See how my lashes are already like blacker. They're already, even just with like one coat, it's just doing what it needs to do. I'm gonna throw some lashes on. So I just need this to like take care of making sure that they blend in. There we go. Hello, top 5. How you doing? All right, let me pick some lashes. I think I'm still gonna go big lashes, I think, but I'm gonna go a little, oh, but they're gonna catch in the veil, so I should go a little bit shorter. Maybe I'll go with these. These are like Ace Beauté magnetic lashes. The magnetic part has never really worked for me, but you know what? Those are too small. I can't do it. I was like, let's do it. And then I'm like, no, walk it back, walk it back. What are some other options we have? These are kind of fun. These are the divination lashes from Blend Bunny. It's kind of funny. I have to try to hide eye bags and you're emphasizing. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Mama Champagne, for sending some good energy their way. And so we are going to use these little bitty lashes. These are small. I said I was gonna go bigger and then I went smaller, I think, but they're darker and they're a little bit fuller. So I think if they're small but like fuller and darker, I think that's gonna give me what I want. Because I think the other ones, they just were too thin. And so it wasn't about just being small, it was about them being too thin. And if I hate these, I can always switch them. I can put some... I may hate this. I never like me in little lashes. I try it sometimes, especially for these character looks. But, hello, Alexis, how are you doing? You look a bit like Denzel Washington. I don't... Girl, you should upgrade to a color printer, because I don't know what you're looking at that you think I look like Denzel Washington. I mean, he's a beautiful man, so thank you, but no. No, no. You're going to need to get that checked. You should get an eye exam. This is probably a good reminder. We've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty and your annual eye exam. It's time, girl. It's time. It is time. Let me get the little eyebrow palette out. Again, I think we're going to go thin, villainous eyebrows is what we want. I think we want little. Do I have a single eyebrow brush? Probably not. Okay, I found one. I'm a liar. All right, so let's go, and again, just brown. I might mix in a little bit of red because I'm wearing a red wig, because that one matched closest to Matt's hair. He's a brunette, but he's got like maybe a little bit of a red tinge to it, and I went full red because I would be like a bottle red. The Contessa certainly has had some work done. She's had some augmentations and things. She is a woman of a certain age and does not appreciate being that certain age. So she would have done a little bit of... so if there's not a lot of red in her brows, it doesn't matter if it doesn't match the hair perfectly, because she would have... gotten her hair dyed, and maybe they didn't think to do the brows. Although this mix is looking really red. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hello all. Hello, Tanya. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's see. Oh, my eye is not happy about something. Okay, here we go. And I don't think we're going to fill that in at all. Well, thank you, No Money. I appreciate you. I'm not, like... I'm good at doing my face, and I've gotten better over the years, but there's still things that I struggle with doing makeup, and especially when something is in my eye and I'm tearing up, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I need to thicken the outer part of that, but it's not bad. For a first time, like a first run at it, I'm not hating it. Okay, let's get a little bit more of this, and we'll... There we go. Good enough to be behind a veil. Thanks, Tanya. It's a struggle, but this one I don't have to make them big, draggy brows, and I'm not going to put any shadow in them. So I think we're okay. I do want to do a little something to this side. I do like that one is a little bit more arched, because it's like, I'm surprised. Oh, the will is being read? I'm surprised at the result. Although I'm not surprised at the result, because it is implicated that I am the one who got him to change his will. And unsurprisingly, I do pretty well in the reading of the will. Am I going to keep fussing with these brows? I just feel like this one is not as opaque. It's not as dark. There we go. They're definitely pointing different ways. I am a little quizzical. I am confused why my dear Louis Lucino would associate with these whores. I do call people whores a lot in the show. It's my go-to. I don't like his ex-wife or his his current wife, his third or fourth, and his mistress. I'm not fans, and so I do. I tell Luciano, do not associate with the whores. They are beneath you, but don't let them be beneath you. Oh my God, the drag queen inside of me is screaming. Is like, what are these lashes? What are these lashes? What is happening? I know what happens when I keep working. I know. I do know, Tanya. I do absolutely know. Yeah, so we're going to keep it there. We're just going to be a little bit surprised for the whole evening. My shtick is that I go around to people during the like intermission, like the little food part and the like food and drinks break in the funeral. And I go around to people and I give them tarot cards and I predict their doom. So that's another fun thing that I get to do. There we go. That's wild to me. Seeing me in these kind of lashes is wild. They're so tiny. They're so little. But they do have the effect of lashes, but they're not going to bump into the like netting in front of my face. So I like it. I like it. It's weird and I'm uncomfortable, but I like it. Sometimes we are comfortable in our discomfort. Let me just put a little bit extra mascara on to kind of blend these together. And then we'll do, thank you, Marilyn. Hello, hello. Yes, they definitely will work for the situation. They work for the show. Sometimes when I'm putting together a show look, I have to remind myself you are not your usual self. You are a character, and this character is not necessarily a hooker clown, so, you know, take it in stride. It's fine. Having a little bit of lash. There we go. A little bit of lash, but we've got the green eyes. I want that sort of green eyes. Yeah, so here's that. So now let's do a little bit more. I should do the blush and stuff before I do the lines. We should do that maybe last. Let's see. I feel like with the green, she's a little bit older. Hello Horizon, sent him 2 to 3 Dagestan and forget. Okay, good. I recognize all of those letters. Do not know what they mean, but I'm happy for you. Let's see. What am I looking for? I am looking for my Blend Bunny Masterclass. Let's see where the Masterclass has ended up. Ooh! The Masterclass. We should do a little bit of contouring. We're not, again, not full hooker clown. I'm glad I talked myself out of it because I was going to wear this wig and I was like, you're supposed to be like in your 50s. So I understand like she's had some work done. She's been like trying to keep up with the Kardashians, but hello from Australia. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. So again, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the light from Blend Bunny because I'm not trying to do the full drag beat with this. We're definitely trying to go more like human existing in the world, but we still want to carve a little bit. And so we're going to use Downplay from this palette from Tasmania, Australia. You guys are already on Saturday, right? Oh yeah, 8/28 Saturday. Wow. Pale pink pastel frosted lips. I think I'm going to go deeper with lips. I think I'm going to go like a wine color. And I'm trying to decide how, because it is in my nature to overdraw my lips. And even though I'm playing a character, like part of me wants to do like thin, villainous Republican lips. Like just that, like the Reba McEntire where you lose the upper lip when you smile, which is the lips that I have. But I'm thinking about that, but I'm like, I don't know. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make myself do that. I don't want to be too jowly, so we're gonna do a cream underneath the neck because this is going to take forever if I try to paint it with this pale contour. Thin old lady lips. Yep. That's what I got. Some thin old lady lips. Chicken lips. Okay, so we've done a little bit of that. I think I'm going to avoid the forehead contour because with the wig and with not wanting it to appear too draggy, I think we just want to let the forehead be what the forehead be. So we're going to do that. The magic of shading. Yes, absolutely. That's why I always do my little brown turtleneck on the bottom. So we should do that. I meant to do that before I put the... before I shave and stuff, I take my t-shirt off, and so that I can get further down the neck. It's got a pretty high neck, so I'm not worried about doing chest makeup, but I just wanted to. So I'm going to use this. This is that candy, that half-baked or half-caked cosmetics. This is the Candy Paint Cream Bronzer. This is that brand that they were clearancing a bunch of stuff out, and I got like 12 things for like 40 bucks or whatever it was. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of shading. I'm going to be kind of light with it. So again, I definitely still want the full brown turtleneck experience where I have much less of the many chins situation, but I also want it to be a bit subtler. I know that that's not usually a word in my vocabulary. This shears out very, very quickly though, as I'm doing this. The hair is different. Yes, I got a haircut. It was grown out. It was too crazy. I was looking a little bit wild and feral, and so I was like, you know what? Let's get a haircut. So I did that yesterday. On my lunch break, I went and got Five Guys burgers and fries, and that's right next to Sport Clips. And so I had a hamburger and got a haircut, and yeah, and just escaped from my life for a little bit at work. There we go. Yeah, the contour can be a little bit subtler and a little bit less effective, because if she's a little jowly, that's okay. She's definitely trying to keep it together, but maybe she's not entirely succeeding. There we go. Yeah, because see, we got that. The double chin is a problem. And it kind of comes and goes. I don't understand. My face had kind of thinned out a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my weight. Like, there's weird things that are happening. I've had many people ask me if I've lost a whole bunch of weight, and I don't think that I have, except that, like, things fit different, but not in a way that is consistent enough to understand whether it's weight loss or weight gain, or... And I felt like my face had kind of thinned out, and then lately I feel like the, like, super jowly double chin is back. And so... Oh, so my character is the Contessa Ilaria Sagittario, and so this is an original show that we wrote for this fundraiser. It's called Uncle Louie's Big Sad Funeral, and Louis Lucino has just passed away. Now, this is tied to a fundraiser that we did last year, where I played Darla Kavanaugh for Hoboken High 1989, who was revealed to be her sister Teresa. And so Doreen Lucino, who was in last year's show, makes an appearance. Everybody else is pretty much new characters. And so it's this family has lost their patriarch, and everybody gathers for the funeral, but mostly for the reading of the will, to see who's going to get the money and the concrete business. Because Uncle Louis has a very successful concrete business in New Jersey. So, you know what we're saying. And so I was his first love from Italy. Ilaria. Hello, Charlene. How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to see you. Is it a Knives Out? It's very like, there's elements of it that are like Clue. It's a little bit of a, like, everybody's got their like secrets and their things that are going to come out during the night. And, you know, I reveal that I have Louis' firstborn son. Although I've decided that if I win, because at the end we have this like thing where if we're the last one standing, because that's kind of the end of the show, is after the reading of the will, they say there's going to be a celebration of life. And if any of the like beneficiaries named in the will, if anyone dies, then their inheritance gets split among the others. And I'm the main inheritor. And my son Luciano isn't even in the will, but he's one of the people that can potentially die. And so I just randomly picked that up and decided to make those deeper. Yeah, and so if I win, that means Luciano is dead. And so I think it's weird. I know that we're doing this zany, wacky show, but I still think it's weird if I just all of a sudden am like, oh, my son is dead, but I'm a billionaire, so I don't care. It feels weird. So I've decided that I'm going to reveal that Luciano is not really Louis' son, that he's a fuckboy that I picked up in... oh, where was I going to say? In Morocco. In the French Riviera. That's what I was going to say. In the French Riviera. That he was just a rent boy that I picked up. And so, yeah. I cannot find this Blend Bunny palette, and I keep reaching for it and then stopping. So let me pick something else. Let me do... That's too red. Oh, reorganizing all this stuff was supposed to make this easier, and somehow I feel like my life is harder. Hello. People are saying hello. I love that. Let me put that there. Oh, that's not blush anymore. That's right. I moved that around. Ooh, I've wanted to try these. I think this will be good. So let's do, this is one of the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Blush in the shade Strawberry Drizzle. I kind of like that because, like I said, I'm thinking about doing... I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How am I doing? Am I a drag queen? I am a drag queen. I'm getting ready for... It's not a drag show, but I'm getting ready for a theater show. We're doing a fundraiser, and so we're doing kind of a little immersive theater experience called Uncle Louie's Big Sad Funeral. And this is the second year in a row where whatever party is happening, I crash it in the middle and like reveal a big bombshell. And so I'm not there at the beginning. Nobody knows who I am, but I crash the funeral and reveal that I am Louis' first love from Sicily. And many years ago, we had a love child named Luciano. So, hello. Boy George. Hello. Not Boy George, but thank you. Boy George is an icon. It's going to get more feminine as the night goes on because I'm going to put a wig on and a dress and some tatas. But it is giving a little bit of Boy George right now. I'll give you that. So I'm trying to do a little bit of like... Just like, we're not going to do 6 blushes like I normally do. Again, we're trying to... It's sort of like a drag version of like real lady makeup, which is a weird... I know that's a weird concept, but that's kind of what we're going for. Do I have a chest plate? So I don't have a chest plate. I do have boobs that I'll be putting on. I have a very loose fitting dress. I'm a big gal, and so I've had a chest plate, and actually a lot of times the boobs that I have a couple different options for boobs, but a lot of times the boobs that I use are the boobs that I cut off of a breastplate because they're too narrow. Like, they'll make them in plus sizes, but then there's still, like, you end up with these weird, like, 2 torpedo tits, like, in the middle of your chest, and then your body's, like, out to here. And it's like, if you're making a bigger chest plate, don't you realize that the chest area overall has to be bigger? The people who make these breastplates, it doesn't make a lot of sense. They don't do a great job. And so I had that for a little while. I used it for some fun things, and then I got a tear in the neck anyway, so I just cut the boobs off and was like, let's... It's getting very 80s blush drapey. Yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead and... Should I do the highlighter now? I think I should do the Hourglass powder. I bought my silicone chest plate off Temu for like $40, and it's CC full silicone. Yeah, I had one, and I just wish that, because they've started to make them in plus sizes now, but they still don't make the size of the chest big enough. And so I would think about getting another one at some point, but I haven't missed it. I like, I'm an older queen, so I don't do as much of the like really low cut, you know, I can get away with just doing like breast form kind of things. All right. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 5:39 p.m.
5:39. Okay, perfect. I figure as long as I'm leaving to the theater by like 6 o'clock, 6:15, I should be good. And I'm going to put my body on at the theater. So I just have to do the makeup here. All right, so we're just putting on some Hourglass powder just to kind of tone everything down. Because that blush, especially on the temples, I just am so used to bringing blush so far up. Good off work having a tuna Sammy. Love that for you, Tanya. Let's see. Sydney Neal, am I a top or a bottom? Check the material. Are you kidding me? I appreciate you, Sydney, but read the room. I was doing a drag workshop, but I can't be at the big performance because of my birthday party. Oh, Jesse, you've got a lot going on. I'm glad that you were taking part in a workshop or leading a workshop. That was fun. Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get to do that, but it sounds like you've got a fun party planned. So I'm not going to feel too sorry for you. Oh my God, there's too many parties for me to attend at one time. My sympathy is there, but limited. But it's an unfortunate choice sometimes when things end up on the same night. So let's see, I think I've got everybody. Okay. Yeah, so there is. So now we're going to do a couple of theatrical type things. We're going to reinforce those lines. Oh, we're going to do the highlighter. Ugh. I'm so excited to use this highlighter, and then I just keep forgetting that it's happening. And so this is the About Face. This just came. I did a live where I unboxed some About Face things that came from Ulta. This is Pirouette. And so, like I said, I'm not going to do... I've got this brush. This is Prime Prometic. So this came from Dion. But it looks sort of like a kabuki brush, but with a longer handle. So I'm going to see if this will work with these little pearls to kind of give me the sort of effect that they were getting with the kabuki brush, because I don't necessarily want to be like highlighted to the gods or whatever, but that is pretty though. But yeah, so I'm putting all of the makeup on. I did some of the lining just to get it on there and have it kind of have a base to it. But then I'm also going to reinforce it because I'm not going to do my nose, but I am going to do my lip, just my Cupid's bow. I don't know how they use like a kabuki brush for this, because look at how it gets kind of weirdly pilled up like that. I don't know. Highlighted to the demigod. Yeah, just to the demigods. Just to like some of the other mythological figures that weren't quite as prominent. God, I want to go on the nose so bad. Highlighting my nose is such a like signature. Angie always makes fun of me for my Domo Origato Mr. Roboto nose, but I love it. I just love it. I'm probably going too wild with this highlighter as well. We might powder that in a little bit, but I kind of like that. It's kind of fun. I need a little bit more. We're going to go back into a little bit more blush. I feel like that highlighter has a little bit more opaqueness than I would have guessed. I thought it would have gone over the blush and just like shined it up a little bit, but I felt like it kind of was taken over a little bit. And I don't want to get too blushy, but layers. It's all about the layers. So I'm not wearing 6 blushes. I'm just putting blush on 6 times. That's fine. Get a little bit more color. There we go. I like that. It's a little bit elegant, a little bit sinister. I like it. Bye, Marilyn. Thank you for stopping in. Janessa, what do you use for your skin? Like skincare, or like what did I use for the foundation? The foundation is L'Oreal, the Infallible... What is this called? Infallible Pro Matte with the red. So that is the foundation. For skincare, I'm a little bit chaotic with skincare, but you're going to report me to the police, sir. Go ahead. Have fun with that. Enjoy. I don't know what, for being too fabulous. I'm so gorgeous, it's a crime. That's probably what's happening. Let's put a lip on. I think I want to do this Wicked. Isn't this like a, yeah, this Wicked. This is not a blush, right? Oh, this is a lip stain. So let's do a lip stain. For skincare, so I have a skincare video on my channel. I am always afflicted with the fact that they love to discontinue my favorite products because I'm an oily beast. Products designed for oily beasts are hard to find already. And yeah, so we'll talk about that in a second. I always forget to shut up when I'm doing my lips, so I'm going to try to be silent, but then we'll come back and talk about skincare. Yeah. This is so weird to do just my natural lips. I don't know if I can take it. I don't know if I can take it. Look at these tiny little villainous lips. It's so severe. It's so severe. I get it. Like, I get it that, like, people have real lips. I have always treated my natural lips as a starting point for negotiation. That's so wild. That's so wild. I came by them honestly. Yeah, let me tell you. People used to always tell me, they're like, you look so much like your mom. And I was like, okay, maybe. I was like, I don't really know. And they're like, no, you look like your mom. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, that's nice. I appreciate that. But I was like, I don't know if I see it. And then one time I was at a birthday party at Paradiso. It's this Mexican restaurant where I don't think they do it anymore, but they used to. If it was your birthday, they still do the free food. So if you come in on your birthday and you have your license, they give you a free entree. But what they used to do is they used to have this sombrero, and they would come around and make you wear the sombrero and sing happy birthday. And somebody took a picture when I had the sombrero on and I was looking, and I had this annoyed look on my face, and I was like, is that my mother in this picture? Like, is that Mama Champagne? Did she teleport here to be in this picture? And I was like, oh, I get it. I get why people say that. I was like, that look. I was like, that's it. Yeah, so skincare. One of my many weird adventures is that I had a couple years as an Avon lady. And I have a video about that too. And my whole like MLM history and how I feel about them today. But with Avon, I did have the chance to take this beauty advisor program, and it was a really, really good training about skincare. So it trained you about the products that Avon sold, but because Avon was always changing their products and changing formulations and names and stuff, it was more about the process of skincare. And the thing that I learned is a typical kind of skincare routine is going to be not 4 products, but 4 steps. You're going to cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize. And that's the order that you should go in, because cleanse is going to get the bulk of all the stuff off your skin. Tone is going to get any little like last leftovers and help rebalance and get you back to like net zero from where you were in terms of like oils and acid and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's gonna take you back down to zero, and you start putting a little bit of something in, but that's not going to be your like general like adding stuff to your skin. Then you're going to treat. So any of your serums, any of your treatments, your retinols, your vitamin C, niacinamide, squalane, whatever it is that you're using for your particular issues, put them on during the treat section. And then you do moisturize, because moisturize is going to do a couple of things. You want a moisturizer, or I often use 2 different moisturizers. I'll use like a hydrator, which is more just like occlusive ingredients that like add water to the skin and like trap it in. And then And so I'll do something that's really like the Peter Thomas Roth water cream, like that kind of hydrator. I used to use the Tarte Drink of H2O, but they discontinued it. And then I'll use a moisturizer, because the other thing a moisturizer does, besides helping with the moisture on your skin, is creates a barrier. So it keeps the good stuff that you've just put on in, and it keeps the bad stuff out for a while. And so that's kind of the like segment. So I try to find things that are ideal. My favorite products ever for all of those steps have mostly all been discontinued. So I'm using the best that I can find as of now. I will forever miss the Burt's Bees Garden Tomato Toner. I'm worried this is just a little too pronounced. I'm going to be up close to people, so I don't want it to be too theatrical. But I do want it to kind of... There we go. Yeah, and so I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to just very lightly with the pencil go on the rim of the eye. So currently I'm just using a cleanser that Dion sent me from City Beauty. I like it. I don't think your cleanser, in terms, it hasn't turned me on yet either, from around 97. The best moisture I ever had was from Avon. It was called the new, sorry, I have to itch my nose. Gross. Okay. Sorry. Try to cut. I know. That's the thing, is that like now I'm going back in, and all that stuff that normally I try to hide, I'm like emphasizing. I'm trying to add some like color back. We want to have, because this guy who's playing my son is like 30. He might be like late 20s. He might be early 30s. I don't really know. I've never asked him, but it's like, but I was like, oh, if he's like 25, I'm 48. Like he legitimately just could be my child, which then sent me on a spiral. But and so I want to do some little like, this needs to be sharper for this. I want to do a little bit of like crow's feet kind of. Oh. This Glamlight pencil, the end keeps breaking. So I'll sharpen it, but then the tip is like broken. And I need... So I'm trying to just give the suggestion of like some... It's been a while since I've done like old age makeup. I need to look. I did see a TikTok of somebody doing Aunt Gladys makeup from Weapons, and they did this thing where they put something on their face that was like, I don't know what it was, but they like put something in their mouth to like pooch out their cheeks and keep them there, and then they painted something on and then let it dry so that when they took the stuff out and their face relaxed, it just looked like wrinkled skin. It was so cool. You and Dee need to go to events and do makeup too. Yeah, like I would love that. I think that would be fun to do different, because I've taken a couple theatrical makeup classes and they were a lot of fun. And so it's kind of like with sewing, like I know the right way to do it, but then I also just like do it the fast, sloppy, convenient way. There we go. So we've got some lines, and I think especially a lot of these lines on the forehead will probably be covered up because they're a little bit more. Do I want to add some glitter to the lip? Do I want to add like, I've got this. I've got this. That's too red. But what if we did the like mauve-y pink on top of this lip stain? I think I'll probably take a lot of that off. I think I want a little bit of shine, but those About Face ones are not super glittery. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so I think like, and with the cleanser step, that's where you can save some money, because that's not putting anything into your skin. They're always gonna, like, a lot of them are gonna make claims about what they've got in them. You put it on your face, you scrub it and get the dirt, and you wash it off. Don't spend more than $12, $15 on a cleanser. It doesn't make sense. You can get really good ones for even less than that. I don't know that I've made the right move with this glitter lip, but I needed something. I don't know that that was the thing I needed, but so this is the look. I think this is going to be it. I also think I'm going to maybe like, I'm going to Fix Plus it. I was going to do the matte Fix Plus, but I think I'm just going to do this. Toner is also a step where you can like save a little bit of money, because some toners have stuff in them, but the main thing a toner should do is like get you back to zero. So like if there's a little something in it that like soaks into your skin, but again, I think you can get like Mario Badescu, you can buy like a bucket of glycolic acid toner for like $20. So like I don't think they should be expensive. So the cleanse and tone, if you're looking at like where to put your budget, if you're trying to figure it out, like, I mean, if money is no object, you do you and do whatever you want. But in terms of like the cleanse and tone, doesn't matter as much. Moisturizer should be a little bit of a consideration, but your treatment products, that's where you want to put your budget, because those are the things that are actually doing the thing. So that's where you want to, if you've got a little bit more money to spend in your skincare routine, the treatment products are where to do that. Yeah. I love a vitamin C because it's brightening. I like a good niacinamide because it helps with elasticity. I think it's really good. And yeah, retinol is always good. Yeah. All right. So my phone is blowing up now with the cast all talking about arrivals and everything, and it is about 6 o'clock, so it is about time to go. So thank you everybody for popping in. I appreciate you. And before we go, Charlene, is it Charlene with an S or Charlene with a C? So like if we're on Dion's Live, if I type your name, should I be doing it with an S or with a C? Because I want to make sure I'm getting that right. But yeah, so I hope everybody is doing well. Pretty girl. Hello, Certified Beauty. I am painting a character face for tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. So thank you, everybody. So yes, it'll be better with a wig, but I am the Contessa, what is it? I don't even remember my own name. Charlene with a C, thank you. It is Contessa Ilaria Sagittario. And I am trying to get Uncle Louie's money. So if you're in the Grand Forks area, we're doing it tonight and tomorrow at the Empire Theater. It's a fundraiser. There's going to be pizza and drinks for sale. There's going to be a raffle. There's going to be a fabulous time. And there's going to be Scandal at the Will reading. But yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow night I might have to do bigger lips. I don't know if I can live with these lips. I'm gonna bring my lip products with me to the venue just in case, because this is something. We'll see how it looks with the whole outfit on. I'll post. Excuse me, pretty girl. I'll post pictures. I'll try to remember to post them here on YouTube, but also if you follow my Instagram, yeah, it'll be there. So thank you everybody for popping in. Let's see if I remember my outro with how scattered I am. Thank you very much for coming. Don't forget, replay crew, you rock. Leave your comments below. If you are here in chat, I would love it if you would circle back around and also leave a comment down below. Help me feed the algorithm. Help me feed that beast. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't remember my outro. Leave that comment. While you're leaving me that comment, don't forget that you can give me a thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated this video. Or if you are like, girl, why are you painting in all of those wrinkles that we are always trying to hide? Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, hit that bell icon, and change the notifications to all so you'll be notified every time I do an upload. I try really hard to make sure I have at least one video or live per week, and I try to sprinkle in glam, geek, and gore as much as possible, so there's a little bit of something for everybody. And if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh! Contessa Ilaria Sagittario horrific. That accent. Good Lord. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate. Oh, and if you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just pretend it's there. The World of Champagne at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. Hello, Diane. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing your faith with us, as Christians never fail to do. Thanks, everybody. Have a lovely night. And until I see you again, bye. Sorry, let's get rid of Diane before we go. Sorry, Diane. We don't need a little ditty about you and Jack. I'm sick of you for tonight. Not in the mood. Okay, how do I turn this thing off? I really mean it this time. We're gonna go. I can't, where is it? There